Yeah, someone claimed that I was wrong, so I want to just clarify something. I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. I've done all my research on this. I've done days and days. The the Iron Cross of the Germans comes from the Teutonic Cross and the Israel Cross. And as you can see, I said right here, here is the Teutonic Cross and then the Cross of Jerusalem. I said it perfectly and plainly clear that here is the cross of Jerusalem, or excuse me, the cross of Jerusalem. And I said how it looks exactly like the Georgian cross. And aren't we being told that the Ashkenazi Jews or the Khazarians are coming from Georgia actually? And would that indicate why that their Jerusalem cross looks so much like the Georgian flagged cross? I do believe it does. And I know that I'm not wrong. The Iron Cross does come from the Teutonic and the Jerusalem Cross, which can be traced back to the Georgian Cross, which can be traced back to the planet of the crossing, the Nibiru. Yes. And also the Rothschilds or the Rothschilds or the Swiss coat right there, the Swiss flag. All of that. It all leads to the one and the same place. So, what have we learned so far? Let's recap. We know that there is a star map at the Hoover Dam. We know that there is a black cube right there. When we've been studying on the cubes, the Tesseract and the Allspark. In the movie Transformers, you can find that the Allspark is being housed at the Hoover Dam. That Allspark also is a key to opening up a portal to Cybertron. In the movie Avengers, the Tesseract Cube is the key to opening up the portal with the gate and the portal to to bring in the gods of chaos, right, from their planet, right? So now we're getting an idea that there are three things you need to be looking out for: is a key, a gate, and a portal. And you are going to find that in the next two movies that we're going to cover right here: Stargate and Ghostbusters. Let's take a look. Right here, he's showing you the cube, how it's 6 points, and it takes a seventh, a point of origin. There is your key. That is what he's speaking about, the key that he needs to open up the gate where the portal is. Remember, the gate is not the same as the portal. The Tesseract or the Allspark is the key to opening up the gate that will open up the portal. Now, watch this. Do you see how he says right here, oh, I found this right here. All I got to do is just add this symbol here. And where have we seen this symbol before, right? Where have we seen this symbol? By itself, it is nothing but the planet Earth. Right here, according to the movie story. But watch. Let me show you. It's going to become apparent later what the Twin Peaks want. Remember, I showed you the Swiss flag for Bern, the Bern, what you call it. There you had two. It looked just like this. And if you look right there on in the movie Stargate, you have the pyramid with the circle above it, or he said the sun. But we know there is the all-seeing eye of Ra right there, right? Let's see how this is going to play out later on in the movie and show you what this really means. Now, the chevron that you see, that what we've been seeing, the chevron is the exact same as the peak, the Twin Peaks. And they kind of reference that here when they says chevron 1 locked and in place, chevron 2 locked and in place, and they don't mention another chevron until later on, until they get to chevron number 5. But why even just a chevron 1 and then move on to like chevron 5? But they say chevron 1, chevron 2. Chevron is the exact same thing as a peak, as your pyramidal peak. And that's going to play out later on in this presentation of this movie right here.
Chevron 1 is holding. Chevron 1 is locked in place. Chevron 2 is holding.
Now, as you'll see right here, let's move along. Now, they have just come through the portal, and they have come through the pyramid and the walkway of the pyramid. And now watch, look as it looks outside of that walkway. Do you see the two pillars right there? The two peaks? The twin peaks. That's right. You are going to see this exact same symbolism in the movie Ghostbusters. Watch, they're coming out, and as you can see, that they're going to turn around and look at the pyramid. Right there. There's the Twin Peaks. There is the pyramid right there. And you are going to see this very same thing in the movie Ghostbusters. And it's important that we cover Ghostbusters because there are things in there that no one has yet to put together, and I'm going to put it together for you. Now, what is the Stargate made out of? What material? You see this right here? Watch, he scans over it, right? Let's listen to what he says. Quartz, primary element.
Some readings on what we were mining back then. They're the same material as the Stargate.
The same material as the Stargate. Quartz. Do you remember Swiss watches? How, I was always wondering, well, why does quartz have to be put into a watch to keep correct time? It's not. It's symbolic of time. What does this portal do? It's all about it's about changing time. If you're wanting to travel light years of a planet that's light years away, how would you go about doing it? That's right. You would have to shorten the length of time for the distance. And that's what this is all about. Portals, time, quartz, Cern, Switzerland. Yes. And now watch, take a look. Didn't you ever find it strange that Swiss watches, when some of the most coveted watches in the world, it's all about the quartz timekeeping? Very interesting, isn't it? And CERN gets built in Switzerland. And what do they use in their Hadron Collider? That's right, quartz. Watch as the pyramid comes down and lands and covers up the other pyramid. That's right, your Twin Peaks, if you will. See, it's coming down. It's getting ready to cover the other pyramid, right? See it? Where did we see this before? That's right. A pyramid over the top of another pyramid with the Eye of Ra right in the middle. Nothing without divine will on the Colorado State Seal. Yes. That is your Twin Peaks, your pyramid covering another pyramid. You will also see something similar to this here in Katy Perry's Dark Horse video. Whoops. What planet were they on, though? What planet did they get to going through this portal? It's stated in the Kalium Galaxy, but if you look at the SG-1 series, it was changed that the planet is actually in our own galaxy, and the name of it was changed to Abydos. But if you watch the movie right here, he tells you exactly what the name of this planet is. Did you see it? Did you catch it? Watch. Oh, listen close.
Just the word dweeb doesn't mean anything to you guys, does it? I'm on Planet X looking for a dweeb with a green.
I'm on Planet X looking for a dweeb. Did he just give you the clue as to where they were really at? Where the pyramids are? Remember I told you, didn't I say that all of the civilization gods are interchangeable? Sumerian, Nibiru is none other than Planet X. And the Egyptian gods, all associated with these pyramids and stuff, would be right there on Nibiru, right? Or would be associated with the Sumerian gods. So it wouldn't be a far stretch to say that the Eye of Ra that he mentions right here in the movie would be from Planet X or Nibiru, right? So let us keep moving on because there's more. Right here, the camera focuses in on this goat-headed god right here with the horn. I'm sure that symbolism is not lost on anybody. Here is the most key right here. This is the symbol of the planet they're on. Watch. Remember?
This is a symbol for this planet.
This is the symbol for this planet, the Twin Peaks. Here's the pyramid with the pyramid over the top of it, just like the Colorado pyramid, one over the other. And you've seen it in many other motifs itself. But wouldn't it stand to reason, because we saw the change in the Swiss chevrons where you have one peak and then you have an inverted one to go underneath it, just like the Freemason compass? Did you notice? You remember I showed you the Twin Peaks and you look back at the pyramid in the movie right there, and you have basically this, right? But you have the invert right here. This peak is turned over, and over here you have this round globe, just like in the movie, right? You're going to see this also in the movie we're going to check out right now, which is Ghostbusters. Now, if you watch and check out some of my other videos that I did on my other channel about the Illuminati, what are they trying to tell us? The Ben stone. Yes, the Ben stone is a small little pyramid that depicts, actually, it looks like beings inside of the pyramid. And very interesting. That's when Ra of the Egyptians became Amun-Ra. He disappeared off the planet. His name changed because they, according to the Egyptians, they could no longer see him. And I do believe that's what this is indicated right here, that Ra is leaving. He's leaving the other pyramid. Watch. See it? The pyramid is leaving the Ben stone, or the Ben. Now, while we analyze this movie, Ghostbusters, it's important that I tell you what the term tesseract actually means. It comes from the Greek meaning four rays. That's right, four rays. And you are going to need to know this because it's going to become important in the movie Ghostbusters. Watch. Also in the movie Superman 2, I showed you that the camera panned in on the name Ray Weaver. That's right, Ray Weaver. But let's take a look at what they do here. The camera pans into Weaver Hall. And it pans down to Dr. Ray Stantz. That's right, Ray Weaver. Well, it'll become important. He just said right here, this city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportions. Now, I want you to transpose the word city as in planet. And he says there's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be, watch, just listen.
What do you mean, biblical? What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
Earthquakes, volcanoes. But what is going to be the cause of all that? And you're going to see. Watch. It's right here at the end of the movie. Now, do you remember you just seen from the movie Stargate? Do you remember how they were looking upon the gateway right there? The one that they walked out of, and there's the two pillars right there. See? Here's the two pillars again. Right here. See them? The obelisks. And here they are here, just like the scene from the movie Stargate. And what happened? A portal was opened, and the pyramid came through, right? Yes. Folks, the Twin Peaks, the twin obelisks, there's the pyramid, just like in the movie Stargate. Even more crazy is that the person right here, Gozer, looks almost like the person that they used for the movie Stargate who played Ra, interestingly enough.
You know what that means? A complete particle reversal.
Wait, a complete particle reversal. The Hadron Collider is all about particles going in forward directions. But watch, how exactly does the tesseract or the four rays going to play out in this portal here? And watch, and you'll see.
Your Hoover will appear.
The Destructor.
Tools, we have talent.
Choose the form of the Destructor.
Whatever we think of, if we think of J. Edgar Hoover will appear and destroy us.
There's your Hoover Dam reference. And how did they close the portal, or how did they change it? That's right. weaving the rays right here. You see, that's how they reverse the portal. The 4 rays, the tesseract. That's right. To reverse it, you have to weave the rays or weave the streams. They tell you right here in the movie. And where is your threat coming from? That's right, what he said. If you think up J. Edgar Hoover, that's who's going to be the destructor or the destroyer. That's how it's all going to play out so far. We're going to get into the rest here in just a moment in the next upcoming video.